Good evening and welcome to SportsZone. I'm your host, Steven Lucero, and guys, we made it. It is NBA opening night at long last. We are here. The NBA is back on NBC tonight. So we're going to talk the two opening night matchups, Rockets Thunder being the first of them. And guys, a new look Rockets team, Kevin Durant joining Houston, and by the way, joining me, Rohan Srinivasan and Colby Platt. So guys, how are you feeling about this? Oklahoma City, defending champs, now against the new look Rockets. Colby, I'll let you start us off. Games in the second quarter right now. What have you seen so far?
Right now, I've just seen, the same Thunder team. They basically kept the same team since last season when they won the championship, and the Rockets having just the Monstars in their lineup. An average height of 6'10" in the starting lineup. That's actually insane. That's unheard of. You have four players that are 6'11", and then Amen Thompson who's 6'7".
Yep. Yes, he is. Hey. Yeah, and just going through that lineup, guys, it's crazy. Amen Thompson at the 1, 6'7", and then you have, like you said,
right.
Kevin Durant is playing the 2, guys. He's a shooting guard tonight, 6'10", and then 6'11", Alfred Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., and Steven Adams. So, guys, this is the tallest opening night lineup of all time.
Right.
Rohan, how are you feeling this is going to work for Houston?
I feel good right now. Kevin Durant's got 8 points, so let's keep that going. But, yeah, they can even throw Steven Adams in there at center to kind of make a big man lineup. It's the opposite of a small ball lineup. But in terms of the Thunder, I think that they can definitely repeat as champions. Right now, they're showing it, but it's opening night. It's way too early to talk about that. Two good teams matching up together, and I really can't wait for 9 p.m. when the Lakers take on the Warriors also.
Yep, that's going to be an exciting one. And just right before we get to that, I want to mention the fact that the Rockets, maybe part of the reason for this big lineup is because of the injury to Fred VanVleet. He tore his ACL during training camp, preseason time. Never is going to get to see the court, unfortunately, this season. How do you think that impacts the Rockets going forward, Colby?
I think, I think he was like their true point guard. So now you have Amen Thompson and like Reed Sheppard taking over the point guard duties. I mean, obviously, it's just a big blow with VanVleet. I also just think it's hilarious that the Rockets back in like 2019 to 2020 were playing small ball lineup where PJ Tucker was playing the center position at 6'5", and now they're just moving to the biggest lineup ever. But, I mean, VanVleet, we don't know how much of an impact his injury has just yet, but I do think it's going to be an impact. Maybe throughout the entire season, maybe they pick up someone in a trade. We'll see the trade deadline if they decide to go with a smaller point guard in the lineup.
But yeah, like you said, I mean, they've completely flipped the script. Amen Thompson, your point guard, is taller than your center from a few years back in PJ Tucker. So that's a little bit crazy. And then, guys, OKC obviously wins the championships as they're still a very young team. They've mostly stayed the same, but just another year of experience. Rohan, do you think would they have what it takes to go back-to-back in a really stacked Western Conference?
I really think they do. Of course they can, but the question is will they? I always have 3 rules, right? Your first rule is, do you have a superstar, a bona fide superstar? Yes, you do in SGA. Do you have a young and upcoming star like Chet Holmgren? Yes, you do. And can you play defense? They have the #1 defensive rating for last year, 107, around that number. So if they can just continue that, of course they can repeat as champs. The question is, will they? And I feel like Luka Doncic has it going. Combine that with LeBron James coming back mid-November, December, they're going to be unstoppable. So we got to look out for those 2 teams.
Okay, we'll have to see. So speaking of the Lakers, they're going to be taking on the Warriors tonight, and that's going to be a very interesting matchup. LeBron, unfortunately, not going to be playing. He's going to be missing a little bit of time with the injury. So it's going to be Luka's Lakers and the, should I say, unction of the Golden State Warriors. Definitely some aging stars over there. Colby, what are you looking to see from this game?
I just don't see the hype with the Lakers.
Okay.
I really don't.
Ooh.
I really don't see the hype with the Lakers. They got beaten 5 games in last year's playoffs with LeBron in the lineup with Luka. And you add DeAndre Ayton in the offseason. I mean, DeAndre Ayton hasn't done anything since like his finals run with the Suns. I truly, honestly don't see the hype. I'm sorry. Now, along with the Warriors, yes, they are the 2nd oldest roster in the league. But I mean, Steph Curry has shown that he hasn't lost a step. Like, I think Steph Curry can take over this game just as much. But, again, I don't know. It's the opening night. Nobody knows anything so far. Luka may come out. He may drop 75. Who knows? Maybe Luka will have to carry a job like he did in 24 with the Mavericks. He'll have to carry the Lakers to the best record.
There you go. But if you really look at the other teams, though, like OKC that you brought up, Golden State, they only have 1 superstar. I can provide Luka Doncic and LeBron James coming back. That's 2 superstars paired along with Austin Reeves, who is a great player. Combine that with Rui at the wing, who can knock down maybe 2 threes a game. So whenever you look at that situation there, I think that if the Lakers, like last season, they weren't able to hit 15 threes a game. But if you do that this season, you are well in contention.
Okay, and we talked about the Lakers a lot last season as a team that just felt like they were missing something, probably a big man. now you talked about it. They bring in the former number 1 pick, DeAndre Ayton, from the 2018 draft. But guys, like you said, DeAndre Ayton hasn't quite lived up to that number 1 pick status. I think his best season, like you said, was probably that finals run with Phoenix. Right. Do you think that he can recapture some of that, Colby, and really be a difference maker for this Lakers team?
I mean, we saw he kind of didn't really fit in with Portland a lot. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of players, it just like depends on how they fit into the team and how like the coaching like does that. Maybe JJ Redick uses DeAndre Ayton in a way he hasn't been utilized before, and maybe DeAndre Ayton becomes that number 1 pick that he was sought out to be. But like again, you have DeAndre Ayton, but the backup is Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes, good role player, but he's nowhere near like the superstar level of like Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura. He's a good bench player. But, I mean, if you use DeAndre Ayton right, it's kind of just a toss-up at center now.
Yeah, if only they didn't trade a guy named Anthony Davis, they would have a big man. But then again, I go back. Instead of 2020, let's get past that. What is the difference between a big man and having Luka Doncic on your team? I can also bring that point up. Anthony Davis is on the Mavericks. How's that working out? You made the play-in last year, and he's made of glass, so he's not available. The best ability is availability. And we're going to talk about the Mavs here in a minute.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point, what Luka Doncic can do with the Lakers, because he makes any center better. We saw what he did with Derek Lively, with Daniel Gafford in Dallas. I really think that he, if anyone, can elevate the game of DeAndre Ayton. And real quick before we get to the Mavs, I want to talk about the Warriors just a little bit more. This is a team that didn't really have a lot of change throughout the offseason. They took them about 2 months to actually make a move. And then they finally did, bringing in the veteran center, Al Horford. So a new big man for them as well. Rohan, do you think this moves the needle for the Warriors and what they want to get done this season?
Not at all. I feel like it's the Lakers move in general, where you only had half a season, coherent with Jimmy Butler. Now you have a whole season with these 3. And I feel like with the Warriors and Lakers, it's kind of the same thing. Build that teammate chemistry and then go from there.
All right. Colby, do you think that the Warriors now, with Jimmy Butler, a full season, everything they have, do you think they can make an impact in the West, or do you think there's just better teams?
I just think there's a lot of questions with the Warriors as well. I mean, it's kind of like Jonathan Kuminga was kind of questioning him coming back, and then he got the money that he wanted. But again, like with that process, he kind of didn't seem to be wanting to go back to Golden State at all. Same with Al Horford. He was wanting to go play overseas instead of playing with the Warriors, and he was with that debate for a really long time, and then eventually he went on the Warriors. I don't know. I feel like this is just one big question mark. The Warriors are just the biggest question mark in the NBA right now.
Yep, definitely. We'll see if some of those answers are answered tonight. It's going to be interesting. But tomorrow night, the Mavericks open their season against the San Antonio Spurs, a Wemby versus Cooper Flagg matchup of number 1 picks. It's going to be really exciting. Rohan, I'll let you start us off. Sure. What are you looking to see from this game? Mavs, Spurs, and Battle of Texas.
It's going to be a good matchup. It seems like we always play the Spurs on opening night. But I really feel like I'm not comparing Cooper Flagg to Luka Doncic, right? But Luka dropped 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists in his opening game. I could very well see Cooper Flagg doing the same thing. Now, I just want to say this. To Mavs fans, stop acting like you've actually done something here, and let's wait for them to actually go to the bathroom and try this out. Because Cooper Flagg hasn't stepped on the court yet. Kyrie Irving, which is one of your best players, if not the best player, won't be back until January, and AD's made of glass. So can we just wait and let them show some consistency before they get onto the court and actually show that they can show that the best ability is availability?
Okay, some harsh words for the Mavs, and now I'm going to go to the Spurs fan. How are you feeling about this matchup, Colby?
I'm just thinking,
Oh, man.
I'm just thinking, I truly think this will be a better year than last year. I mean, Wemby's coming out of his blood clot injury. He went to China, became a monk, is going to have the best season of his career. Stephon Castle, back-to-back Rookie of the Years. I feel like Devin Vassell and Harrison Barnes are going to prove themselves again. De'Aaron Fox will be out for the opening game, but then that gives Dylan Harper and Jordan McLaughlin more playing time. I feel like this team just has more available players just to prove themselves. We have Luke Cornett, no more Zach Collins. Blessed the Lord, Zach Collins is off this team. We have a backup center in Luke Cornett who actually knows how to play basketball. I don't know. I'm really excited for it. It's a young team. New coach in Mitch Johnson as well. We know Popovich is still lingering within the organization, so he's not fully out of it yet. So we know Mitch Johnson, is taking pride and probably lessons from Popovich as well. But I'm really excited.
Yeah, really quick. If Luka gets a full season, I guarantee he's MVP.
Okay.
Guarantee it.
I think Wemby, if he plays a full season as well and not on minutes restriction, Wemby, MVP and DPOY.
Being a 10 seed?
Ooh.
Amen.
We'll see. We'll see. So the Spurs, they've shown some development. I'm gonna take that.
Okay. Wow.
I don't know, guys, yet. I don't know. Here's the thing. I got to talk about the Mavericks. The Spurs have been really impressive, but look at what the Mavericks have done, guys. You can't just discount everything, Rohan.
What have they done?
Well, you bring in D'Angelo Russell. You have the #1 pick in Cooper Flagg.
And they want to play in game, I bet.
Okay, there's that. And you have depth. I think that this team, they're not going to be ready right away. But as they go through the season, Kyrie gets healthy, I could see this team being able to play spoiler in the playoffs. It's going to be interesting. But now we're going to move over and talk about the MLB playoffs and the World Series coming up next.